reflections. Definition of reflection is the size does not change the figure is flipped over a line. Reflection over the x-axis. Okay, so you have to remember this right here is the x-axis. If I flip it over, that was horrible. The x's there shouldn't be apostrophe there. The x's having a really hard time this. Don't change. The y's are the opposite. Okay, and then if we reflect over the y-axis, if I had that, the x's are the opposite, and the y's really are the same. Okay, so, oh, I should go ahead and give you the, so this is the pre-image. The x's don't change, they stay the same. The y's change to the opposite. If I have this, the x's change to the opposite, the y's stay the same. Okay, so I have to make sure that I read which one it is. So, oops, so we're going over the x-axis. Now, if you have a hard time with just doing the opposite and figuring it out, guys, you can just count away. So how far away is it from the x-axis? It's 1. So I come down here, and guys, you're supposed to be labeling. It should say A prime. This one is 1, 2, 3 away. 1, 2, 3 away. It is B prime. This one is 1, oops, 1, oh, come on, seriously, and a half. So I do 1 and a half, and that is C prime. If I was to label this, okay, notice that these are going up by 2's. So this would be 2, negative 2. This would be 4. Oh, this one up. I messed up on the B. Did you see me mess up on the B? Look at this. It goes up 1, 2, and that's a half. That didn't go up to the whole. So this needs to go down 1, 2 and a half. So 4 and negative 5. Then if I'm going over the y-axis, Okay. This is over 1. So I'm going to go over 1, and it's up a half. It's actually up a whole number. These are going up by 2s. Okay, this one went over there. And we're just going over here. And this is D prime. This is G prime. This one over 1, 2, oh, seriously? 1 over 1, 2 and a half. Goes over 1, 2 and a half. And this is F prime. And this one went over 1, 2. Over 1, 2. And that is E prime. So D prime would be -2, 1. E prime would be -4, 1. F prime, -5, -2. And G prime would be -1, -2. Now we're not going to worry about over these other lines. I'm not going to worry about that. So we're going to use the rule. I'm not even going to draw my picture yet. And again, the rule says I'm changing the y values to its opposite. So the -3 stays the same, the 4 goes to the opposite. The 1 stays the same, goes to the opposite. 6 stays the same, it goes to the opposite. Now, I'm going to graph this. So -3, 4. So I'm going to go up by 1s. So -3, 1, 2, 3, and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I label it A. Then I go over to 1 and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives me B. And then I go over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And I put C. Now we're going to reflect it over the x-axis. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A prime. And that's at -3, -4. And I do 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, seriously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's B prime. And that's the point. Oops, no, it is not negative. It is 1, -7. And then this one is only 1, 2 away. So 1, 2. That's C prime. and this would have been at 6, and it went down to negative 2. This one, I have A prime, B prime, prime, D prime. Now, when you're dealing with the y-axis, the x goes to the opposite, the y stays the same. So the x is the opposite. So A prime, the opposite of 2 is negative 2. The y stays the same. The opposite of 5, the y stays the same. The opposite of x is negative 7. Y stays the same. The opposite of 1 is negative 1. Okay, so we're going to graph the original. So I go over 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I put a not prime. Then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's B. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's down 1, 3, 4, 5. And that is C. And then I go over 1, 1, 2, 3. And that's D. So and yes, you're supposed to be drawing your lines like so. So it's over the y-axis, so it's over this. So from the y-axis over, that's 2, so 1, 2. And that's A prime. And that's going to be at negative 2, 6. Oh, it's the same as what we found. Okay, then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, didn't mean for it to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's B prime. So that's negative 5. 4 up. It came out to be exactly the same. Now let's look at C. C is 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's horrible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do it? Did I do it too many times over in the first place? Oh, I did. Did you? I'm not very good at drawing to this on this for some reason. So if this is 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I did. I went over too far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. Okay. So then I go, oops, wrong color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So C prime would be at negative 7, negative 5, and D is only over 1. So D prime is here, and D prime would be at negative 1, negative 3. Okay. are. Okay. So for your homework, you're going to do number 2. Oh, we're going to change these. So number 1, we're going to change this to the y-axis. You're going to do 1 and 2. Number 3, this is going to be over the x-axis. This is over the y-axis. Okay. So you're going to be doing 1 through 6 on the 3rd page. Okay. 1 through 6 on the 3rd page is what you're going to be doing. And then if you haven't finished any of the other stuff, you need to do